Hello, hope you guys are good. So I've had 2 updates this week from 2 different cats I've been working with, and they've both had setbacks, which is really disheartening because obviously we want to make progress every day, but it's just a reminder, I think, that setbacks are inevitable. This is what I said to both of them, like very rarely do we just see progress after progress after progress with no sort of setbacks. It's always like an up and down situation. So these cats, like one was a cat who's being aggressive to his owner. So it's like human directed aggression. And what they noticed is that things were going so well, but something upset him, something random, and threw him out a little bit. So for example, it could be, saw another cat through the door, or someone stood on his tail, or something that would naturally just put cats in a bad mood. They noticed that when he went into that mood of just like put out and just a bit like, I'm not happy about that, then the aggression came back. So later on that day, that's when they experienced the bite. And it was very low level, so it's okay. But the other one I was dealing with is a cat who's been introduced to other cats in the household, and things were going so well there as well. But then they've suddenly had a falling out, and sort of seems to have gone back to you can't be in the same room together. So for both of them, I just spoke about the fact that these are inevitable, and to not feel so disheartened, because it's so easy to think like it's not working, like the aggression's back, the cats aren't getting along, we're back at square one, all the hard work we've put in so far has been for nothing, which isn't the case. What it is just a bump in the road. So for the aggressive cat, the cat that's aggressive towards the people, we've spoken about what potential triggers are, and it's impossible to avoid these things forever because we don't know what's gonna sort of spook them or upset them. Like, we know some specific triggers, but it could be anything. It could just be, fireworks one night, or someone drops a heavy parcel through the door. Like, I don't know what it could be, but still, anything could stress them out. So picking out what these triggers are and working around them, but also once it does happen, if that cat is then spooked by something, then how to manage that and how to avoid any aggression going forward. So does he need some space? Does he need some time alone? Is there some ways we can bring down those stress levels, like a play session or some treats, or interacting with him in a different way than we would normally? So that was more like a workaround. With the introductions, it's more a case of taking a step back, and I guess just keeping in mind that it's easy to rush the end of the process. It's easy to be like, right, they need supervised time together, they need like controlled meetings, and then we can give them a little bit more freedom. And okay, they're spending some nice time together, I found them sleep on the bed and that went well. And then to think, okay, great, cool, it's done. Whereas I think for that bit at the end, sometimes we need to keep going with that, make sure that they are supervised, make sure we're sometimes managing things super closely, because again, just like it doesn't just all progress in a super straight line where you'd be like, okay, good, we've done these meetings, these ones, I don't need to do anything anymore, I can just leave them to it. Sometimes we need to go back a step and be like, okay, like we'll go back to sitting together and keeping the cats occupied and being like making that go well, rather than letting things perhaps like leaving them too long and seeing if it then goes sour. So just temporarily, again, we've gone back to putting lots of time in and heavy management, which isn't normally necessary at this stage, but that's what happens with a setback. So still moving in the right direction. So I just wanted to, just talk through that as part of the job. Like, when you think like, okay, great, these cats are sorted, they do sometimes re-materialise as something like, something's gone wrong. So this is why I have a 4-month package. And to be honest, if someone came back after the 4 months, I'm not going to send them away. So sometimes these things can pop up, but it's nice to chat it through with someone that's on your side and trying to reach an endpoint with you. So anyway, hope you guys are all good. I'll see you Saturday for another video. Take care. Bye.